Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is May 15th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. Let's resize this, maximize this quarterly chart. Boom, and what we see is green still. Green and haven't broken all-time highs yet this quarter. Wow. The Dow is still struggling at a top. We can see that even here from our quarterly chart, even though we are green. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart, see what we see there. On this monthly chart, what we see here, we can see that we are still in a bull market, but we have turned red for the month. Being in a bull market, this means that we are above this 9-10 moving average and all at this time. And seeing red at a top, that means that we might be getting a evening star, like I've said on some of the other indexes. We got something like this, and where this market might be getting ready to turn over. The Dow has been struggling the last 2 months. The last 2 months to making all-time highs. Our all-time high is back here, and it hasn't. It's been 3 months, trying to get up there, and it hasn't made it yet. So that's what we see here. But let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. Boom, zoom, zoom, zoom. Again, here's that. It's some crazy selling here on this on this Dow. You see these candles here, these last few weeks. Look at these wicks up here on the top. Look at these wicks. Look at these wicks. Look at these wicks. Look at these wicks. And there's a lot of selling pressure coming from this little area right up here. And this market has refused to make all-time highs and all at this time. So again, that's why I say now that we're getting a red doji at the top and all I can say is be careful, be careful, be careful. Let me zoom in just a little bit more where you can see what's been going on here. And I'll see here, doji. All I mean is indecision in the market. Even though we've been getting higher highs and higher lows and all, we just haven't been able to break all-time highs and all at this time. So again, there's some good trading strategies based on what we've been seeing here for the last few weeks and all, but I don't know. I don't trade the Dow options, so I don't know how good those options are for that particular strategy. That's all I can say about that, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Some of you may know what I'm talking about, but that's that. Well, let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and see what we see there and wrap this on up. And on this daily picture, let's zoom on in here anyway, because we know we haven't been able to make all-time highs. We can see this craziness that happens. Look how this thing gapped up here, and then today we're back down here. You can see, this market has been very choppy. This whole sideways action that we've been getting here, and this market hasn't gone anywhere. It's gotten stuck here in a range here. What is that like? You can go all the way, maybe that's 494 to 502 is the high that it made yesterday, and a little bit over 502. But again, 505 is our high. So again, we haven't been able to get above that, and we got close to that, and then somebody pulled the rug from underneath this market, and this thing just slammed down here. But again, that might have happened all because of option expiration. Again, they wanted to get it back down below 500, and all because 500 is probably the area where they had sold, a lot of their calls and stuff and all, and needed the market to sell the close below that number. But I don't know. I'm just talking and all, and that's just what I see. And what the other thing that I see here, let me zoom in a little bit here on these last few days where it got a lot bigger. What you're seeing here is an evening star. It's a crazy looking evening star, not the type of evening star that you're used to seeing. I lost my thing a bit checker. I lost it. Huh. Let me see if I can bring it back. But that whole doji candle shooting way up there like it is, and this whole doji way up here, and normally this is your evening star, these three candles right here, and you would be looking for a confirmation candle somewhere down here. But we don't know. Again, you got too big of a gap right here. This market might come back up in there and try to fill this gap before it make any kind of move to the downside. But again, pay attention to what your trading plan is and your trading strategies are at this time, because again, but what I do see, we will be opening below pivot come next week. These are our weekly pivot on here. So again, it could drop. You could maybe get confirmation, but I can see that we are at that bottom where it's been dropping down to here for the last week or so. So again, I wouldn't get too crazy, and I wouldn't get too crazy. Again, still based on your strategy, you might be a pretty good strategy that'll work for you and all, but you know, that's that. And again, just pay attention to what's going on here and what we see here. And what we see here is this market not going anywhere too fast. It's kind of stuck almost in a less than $10 range, and that's pretty much that. And that's all I really have to share at this time. This is a Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.